All right, y'all. I kind of want to I know I covered a lot with that story, but I just wanted to kind of highlight and expand a little bit more just real quick on that whole situation. Because, like I said, I guess that I didn't quite, even though I explained it, I say for me, I was somebody who dealt with depression, remember? And I was always looking for these coping mechanisms, and this physicality and intimacy was the thing that my outlet for that. And I met somebody, this older woman that I had a connection with, and me being oblivious really to how adulthood works and the way people can really be. I mean, I only dealt with high school girls. I was in high school, up until that point. I had an active sex life in high school, very active. Like I know I was having more sex than most of the guys back then were having, but and it wasn't just about the sex with this. It was just about the overall interaction because, like I said, it put that imprint on me of just how viciously cruel a person could be without what seemed like a reasonable justification for it. Like the fact that you don't even have to do anything wrong to someone and they can literally get pissed out their mind at the fact of something that's a ridiculous premise. You like me, therefore you're going to treat me like shit. That fucked me up. That was something I had never encountered. I mean, yeah, you little, somebody like you, they might be mean and playful, but once y'all start vibing, they let off. And I ain't gonna lie, for some reason, I've always had this thing with girls with attitude or whatever. For whatever reason or another, I've dated a whole bunch of women and even been married to women with that attitude. But you're the type that can soothe the savage beast more or less. Not with every situation, but there's usually a little bit of compromise. But like I say, for me at that age, it was a first time thing. And it fucked with me, but like I said, I didn't realize how deeply it fucked with me. And not only that, it was back-to-back things because of what I experienced with her and then the person I started dealing with immediately after that, who I married. And it was like literally as soon as I stopped dealing with her, I started dealing with the other. And it ain't even like me and the Navy girl was dealing with each other that long. It won't even probably 2 months. But so, it was just so powerful for that little bit of stretch of time. And like I say, I'm a young mind that's still being shaped and molded. And that was my first introduction into just how cruel people can be. And like I said, you don't think of psychological trauma when you're a teenager. People think of trauma, they think of physical traumas, and shit like the sexual trauma and all, but just somebody treating you in a way that literally puts a scar on your psyche and how you deal with people moving forward. And I kind of realized down the road, I went through things going into my late teens, my early 20s that I realized I think it embedded a little bit of spite in me towards women that I didn't realize was there until years later. Cause like I say, I'm the nice guy, the playful guy, cool. I don't take no shit, but I'm still I want to have fun with you. I'm gonna joke with you, bullshit with you. But when you're like that and you have people who do things to you that's just without justification, treat you in a way that you can't vent, you can't punch nobody up, smack them up. That's not how you operate. But you develop this little fuck y'all in the back of my mind. You bitches are cruel, despicable. So you know what? You keep that shell around yourself. And that's what I did. I developed the shell around myself that it wasn't till a few years later, like my last few years in the Marine Corps, I met someone that I started dating who actually brought me out of that shell. Because like I said, I went through something with my wife that was even worse than what I went through with the Navy girl. that really shut me down, that really made me go, you know, fuck this. I'm gonna just hoe out here. Cause y'all women ain't shit. Fuck all of y'all. And I met somebody who slowly broke that shell away from me. And I was vibing with her, and I mean, even with her at some point, she was a workaholic, so she still put, I mean, she put her pursuit of money and her work before me. But, you know, like I said, that's a whole nother story. I got a shitload of stories, but I just kind of wanted to put a little closure on the little dealing with the Navy girl story, because like I said, it was my entrance into really adulthood and the way that women, I know people in general, but I'm specifically talking about women, can be towards men, and how manipulative they can be towards men when they have a little bit of an upper hand, because some of us walk into things ignorant, and we get blindsided by what we may experience when dealing with a person. So I'm gonna leave that at that. Just one of my little interesting stories about you know, the time my senior year in high school with a Navy girl kind of fucked my head up a little bit. But I think I got a shitload of stories. Oh my God. When it comes to women, a lot of stories. So I just wanted to put that one out there and just let people know, hey, sometimes there's a reason to why people are the way they are. For me, I've done a lot of healing through the years when it comes to what I've been through with women. And I haven't been perfect. I've made more than my fucking fair share of mistakes. I'm not innocent by any means, but during that situation, I was. There was no spite. There was no evil in me. There was nothing. I was trying to get over. This was just young ignorance, living life and learning a life lesson in the process, but not realizing at that time the long-term impact that short-term interaction would have on me. So, like I say, I'm gonna leave it at like that for now. That's just one of Antonio's interesting stories about women. But you all be good, and I'll talk to you some other time. Wholeness.